Side quest.
What's going on, everybody? Cue the Daytona USA theme song because we're here taking a look at Forza Horizon 5, and the Daytona USA theme is the only thing that I can think of when I think of racing games. Colby just distracted me so hard by playing the fucking Doom song on his horn. But we're here. It's me. Hello. It's Joey. I'm also joined by Colby.
It's me. Hello.
Oh, I see what you did there. And Emilio's in his garage right now, gonna give us a little surprise. Emilio, hello.
Yeah, I'm coming out right now.
This is oh man.
Oh
man.
my boy.
I don't know what I expected. This is Forza Horizon 5. This is the latest entry in the long-running and highly celebrated Forza Horizon series. I sound like a total shill right now. You guys have been playing this game for a little bit longer than I have, because you guys you paid the blood tax.
No, we didn't. Nope.
Yeah, no, there was no blood tax.
We didn't pay $100 for this game.
Well, let me
we got it free on Game Pass.
I did pay $100 for this game.
Well, I've been playing it on Game Pass. You guys played it over the weekend. I just started up this week. We're gonna just race around a little bit. We're gonna talk about my first impressions, but majority probably Colby and Emilio's impressions on the game so far.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should we pick an activity and then just talk a little bit about it, or should we just drive around?
What? Well, I guess we should just quickly kind of go over what the Horizon games are versus standard Forza if you're not familiar. It's just if you've ever I hate being reductive to compare it to just another type of game, but if you ever played anything let's see, what am I looking for? Burnout Paradise maybe.
I always forget the name of that game, that lifestyle racing game that took place in Hawaii.
Test Drive Unlimited.
To me, it's a combination of Burnout Paradise and Test Drive Unlimited, where it's a little arcadey, but also simulation-y.
Yeah, and it's basically every couple of years they put one of these out. It takes place in a different part of the world. This game takes place in Mexico. In various parts of Mexico, I guess, or just a very small. The way they usually do it is they'll be oh, what are some really great sights to see in this area or something like that, and they'll kind of condense it into a much smaller area. So
gotcha.
In the previous game, it was England, and then other, I guess the UK, and then
it was Scotland, Edinburgh. It was
but then just
locations, to be honest.
It was just it was countryside UK stuff, and it was really beautiful, and then they had a kind of an island expansion for that. This game, yeah, again, like I said, takes place in Mexico. It's very similar in playstyle to the previous 4 of these games, except it just kind of is built on sort of what has made the other 4 fun, and it seems they've kind of trimmed some of the fat, and I don't know, something about it just really hooking me. Where every single one of these I've really gotten into, but this one
seems to be really hooking a lot of people. Apparently, this release has been huge for Microsoft.
Yeah,
more so than even the previous game, which was also a very big hit. This game was immediately hugely successful, which good on them, and it's a fucking great game so far. So
yeah, but we're partied up right now, and I guess right now would be a good time to just.
Can you actually use the proper term?
We're in a convoy right now.
Yeah, thank you.
And I figured maybe we could kind of check out some of the stuff that they've got going on in the world here. Talk about some of the types of things that you can do besides just driving around the world, which is honestly the thing I've probably done the most of.
It's a good world to drive around in, I gotta say. It's fucking gorgeous.
It's a very pretty game, yeah.
Yeah.
I am gonna change my car off the Peppa Pig car I got a tune of this van that has 10 gears and gets 0 to 60 like extremely fast. So
You don't want to whip it in the Peppa Pig van? I can't believe
but
this.
I'm gonna probably switch cars out here. I don't remember if the previous games were this easy. Maybe 4 was, but in I remember in 1, I think you had to be at the festival to change your car. In this game, and I think in 4 they did this, but even more so in this game, the festivals are all over the map instead of just being like one central location. And you can change out your car to any of your owned cars anywhere on the map, which is nice. I think in earlier games that wasn't possible, but
I'm pretty sure in the last game you had to go to a house that you bought in order to change.
Something like that.
That's not fun.
And I'll show off buying a house and like what houses can do and stuff like that later on. But I'm switching my car out right now.
A long event, a series of events.
What
are we feeling here?
Let's see here. Let's just like do like one circuit race. Like why don't you do?
I'll do the one I'm right next to, Emerald Circuit.
Yeah, that works out, and we can kind of just show like just the standard stuff. They've got like much more traditional races in here. I'd say that's probably not what you'd come to one of these games for, but we'll just get it, front load it with that, and then kind of get into some of the more interesting stuff afterwards. Maybe, yeah, go for it. Maybe we'll get to do a Forza arcade in the middle of this. I'm not sure.
Is that one of the live events that pops up?
Yeah.
Cool. And that's the stuff where they have the fun game modes where they're just like, what if Halo, but like Infection, but in cars?
Well, no, that's a different
Playground
thing
games.
entirely.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a section
See, I still
on
have
the
much
map.
to learn.
Oh no.
Oh,
guys,
what?
I'm sorry. This is gonna be a very slow race because it's only giving me the option of a Ford Focus RS.
Oh, I'm into
That's
that.
fine.
I like the slow races.
I got an anime version of Ford here I can drive.
Maybe I'm the odd one out, but I definitely prefer the slower races where it feels like you're not just like going 2,000 miles per hour than like the S. Like
Oh
the
no,
S
we can
plus
hear Joey
races.
in game.
Oh, I forgot
Oh, really?
it. Default. All Xbox games now have default open mic.
I'm gonna be quiet till I fix this.
I don't know if you can until after the race.
He can fix it in the race. Colby and I just have to drive and talk. But yeah, so the game is like you'll have to stop while you fix it, Joey. Just saying. That's okay. Yeah,
Oh,
so
maybe
like
we can,
the
I can't even mute Joey.
they have like a lot of like very like custom games type things going on in here. Like like I think they were in previous games too, where it's like one an infection mode where one car is a zombie and the rest are humans, and you have to just run into the humans to turn the car into a zombie. They have like a capture the flag. I actually super don't love that stuff. Like I like the zombies one, but some of the other ones can be a little bit frustrating. And
I had to do it for one of the weekly challenges for the first week. I didn't try it in the previous games. I tried it in this one. It went on for a very long time. People dropped out, and it didn't matchmake with new people, so it just uneven teams. I was not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
It was a cool one-time experience, but I prefer regular races.
Yeah. I'm much more on the side of like I like cruising around the map or doing some of the challenges that they have, like the speed traps, which are just like, hey, here's a point of interest. Drive as fast as you can through the speed trap and try and get the highest speed you possibly can.
Yeah, I think that lends itself a lot more to, I guess, like how you guys have been playing this so far too, which has been just kind of like hanging out with a bunch of guys in voice chat and just like cruising around.
Exactly.
And that's
yeah.
great. Like I love that they've kind of built this game around more of a social aspect, between strangers online or between a group of friends. I remember having a lot of fun in Forza Horizon 4 just doing the like Battle Royale mode that they added in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember the details of where you would get like upgraded cars the longer that you spent in it.
So.
Oh, that's exciting to me because I had a lot of fun playing that. But
I never tried that. I do want to try that at some point.
Yeah. We probably won't have time to do it in a side quest video like this, but it's like it's like really cool, and like the ring kind of thing happens, and it's neat. One of the things I was gonna say was they've kind of like restructured the campaign in a way. I believe in the last game it was still structured where like you had to get like certain points to get progression, but now they've fully like leaned into that where it's like doing anything pretty much gets you the credits that you need towards the progression on the campaign. So you could just like go do stuff around the map, some of the dailies or weeklies and stuff like that, and some of that stuff gives you credits. Or you can just straight up do the stuff you unlock on the map, the races like these, or some of the main events, or what expeditions I think they're called. But on top of that,
Adventures or whatever.
yeah. So
I
like
think there's
those,
both. I don't know the distinction between them.
yeah. So like there's expeditions, which are like these like main story events, and then there's like these adventures, I think, which are like based around like one subject and have like 10 or 12 steps, and they have like story associated with them. Like one was just on the history of like the Volkswagen Beetle in Mexico. A lot of the things have to do with like really like educational things about Mexico, and I don't actually know if like how accurate like that stuff is, but like
That's great.
I genuinely feel like I'm learning things about the history of
My
Mexican
worst
car
fear
culture.
Yeah. My worst fear whenever like a company that's like Playground Games that is set in like England or something is they're like, we're gonna make a destination game, and it's like, okay, well, if you're gonna make it, are you at least gonna like consult a lot of like the like current culture that lives there and like works there and drives there, especially for a game like this, and talk about like so that you're not being kind of gimmicky. And I noticed, starting this game up, they have a lot of that kind of like they worked with like culture councils and things like that in order to really like kind of hone in on. Yeah,
I'm not laughing at you. It's the emotes. It's just very like, it's like this is a very heartfelt thing you're saying, and then there's just like me
I
and
noticed
Colby.
you put on a mask to make us look like assholes.
Yeah, what the hell, man? What the hell? The other thing I was just thinking about, like while you were talking about the fact that they kind of overhauled the progression system, that's really interesting to me, as I've seen a lot of like discourse online lately about how Microsoft is transitioning towards this more like just a more concerted effort in making their games more inclusive and more accessible for everybody. That pairs well into their hardware that's available with their accessible controllers, but also a lot of their first-party games are including a lot of way more accessible features and functions. I think this game specifically, the one thing that really blew me away was this is going to be the first like AAA game, or probably the first game in general, that's going to add on-screen sign language interpreters for cinematics.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
That's crazy to me. Like, that's such a cool move that is completely, for most people would disregard that kind of thing, but it is like, they're really catering to making their games and their platforms as accessible as possible. I mean, I'm playing this game on Game Pass right now. That in itself is a really accessible thing for me, but also just the fact that they've opened up the progression to allow you to kind of just like progress however you want to playing the game, rather than funnel you down a specific direction.
Right. Yeah.
That's really interesting, and I think it's just a really cool move on Microsoft's part.
Yeah, I think it's great. And just kind of going back to like some of the campaign progression stuff, like they've kind of, like when I earlier said like trimmed the fat, they kind of went like very like cinematic and like really big with a lot of the stuff in these games. These games are very like bombastic, like that's kind of by the nature of like, oh, it's this big car festival, it's a celebration of car culture wherever like it exists and stuff. And that's really cool, but they, in previous games they kind of leaned into these, I don't remember what they called them, but they were like these races against like these major objects, like, or like other vehicles. Like there was one against a hovercraft in the previous.
There was a
game,
Halo
and,
one.
like, a train.
Yeah,
there's a Halo one. The Halo one's fucking
like
sick.
Showcases or
And like behemoth races or something like that. And like they were
one of those.
And they were cool. But, like, they were kind of gimmicky, and there was a lot of, like, because it was, like, a very large object moving around, it was very evident that, like, the thing that you were racing, if you were doing really well, was going to, like, rubber band to your position.
Yeah,
and kind of zoom up and stuff.
I didn't like that kind of thing.
And I never really liked it. This game starts off with one of those, and that's fine, because it's, like, the intro to the game. Like, you're racing the plane that drops you into the festival, which I think is cool. But, like, the stuff that they've replaced that with is really interesting to me. Like that Beetle quest I was talking about, like they dive into the history of like why a German car was such a popular vehicle in like in Mexico for so long, and like why it's like this like mainstay vehicle in like Mexican culture, and it's like really interesting. And again, like I don't know how accurate it is, but like it's compelling stuff to like hear those stories told, which is like weird to say for a racing game. Like I normally wouldn't care about it, but I can't tell you how many of like the barn finds, which are these these cars that are like very rare that you can find around the map and get restored. When you like find the car, they'll be like, oh my god, like this car like is extremely popular like in Mexico, or like its history here is like, oh well, they couldn't build European cars in this country, so they got a special permit to build them here or something like that. Like just
That's really
neat
cool.
things like that. Like, and they would
that's
talk about
it.
it.
As much as I don't love the whole like EDM like Horizon car like culture vibe that they're tossing off, but I'm happy that they're able to like integrate that more closely, like I was saying earlier, like into the actual location that they've chosen to play it in. It's real cool.
The Forza Horizon 4 did something similar to the Volkswagen quest line with a Land Rover?
Yeah, like
Golf?
that was a
That
very
was
cool quest.
extremely, very similar, like extremely informative and very fun, and like it's
Compelling,
weird because there was also that, and there was also a quest line where you just like drive a bunch of like historically important cars to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping there's one in this game as well. I haven't been far enough to see, but every time I did one of those races, I was just like, man, I really want to fucking buy one of those cars. Like, it's like, it is like weirdly advertisement, but not for the sake of advertisement. It's just like, I'm super interested in this car now because of its history.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I think I think that's really cool. Like, it's got the kind of same appeal to like knowing, or like not being a car person and watching, like getting into Top Gear or something like that, just because like the delivery aspect is like very innately compelling or something like that. So like we just finished this race, and I just wanted to say like I got a challenge there done, and it was like a weekly or a daily, and that gave me some points, and I'll show that menu, and this is just a loot box.
Did you guys also unlock a car?
I did too, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they've made a they've kind of done these, like they did this in the last game, but they've kind of gotten a little better with it, and I'll open up my start menu here once I can.
Horizon Mexico can't get enough of you. You're one
Give
of the
me just a
biggest
second. I'm
superstars
getting
we've
like a
ever
little.
had.
So right now, what I'm
what
seeing
if you win the
is
Hall of
it's
Fame?
showing me a screen
You're on
that's
your way
like
there anyway.
this very
Let's just
stylized,
take it one
cartoony
adventure
version of the
at a
map
time.
that has like different stickers that you can put down, and you can like unlock different expeditions or challenges on the map, and this is kind of how you fill out the story mode in the game. So I have one available to me, so I'm just gonna pick one here. It's a Baja race. That'll be like a cool Baja event or something like that.
I've been sitting on this one for a
And
while.
it's just a nice
It's
way to like
showcase
visually
I've
fill out your
always
map, and
wanted
then
to do. See you there.
doing that means now I can go do that race. But so to go back to the weekly thing, they have this festival playlist, which I have open here, and you can see depending on what season it is, which right now it's summer in the game, I can unlock this DeLorean and this AMDBS Aston Martin, and I need 46 points to get the Aston Martin, 26 to get the DeLorean. And if I scroll over to the right here, there's some daily challenges and a bunch of weeklies, and you can see in the bottom left they give 3 points, 2 points, 2 points, and we just got some. So we did a circuit, we got a car for doing it, and we got some points towards that challenge. And what's really great about this is there's 64 available points in the week, and you don't have to get more than the 46 if you want the 2 cars, but you can, and you get, like a wheel spin, which is like that loot box you just saw with the emote, or a car or cash or something like that, or sometimes you can get a car as a reward, just anything, and it's really great. I think this is a cool system. I'm really excited for some of the other seasons they have coming up. Like next week's season is autumn. These are the weekly resets. It'll go through a cycle. There's a cool Honda Civic here that I really want to get. And then in winter, there's a Subaru that I really want. Like, and they're gonna so each month they're gonna roll out 8 cars. I guess is how it'll be for a while. So
That's
every
pretty
week
cool.
of the month. Yeah. So yeah, and then for this current series, this series 1, it is if you're on the Horizon Festival, there's some way higher point values to get this Mercedes AMG 1 and this McLaren F1, but you have to do a lot more stuff. So like I have only 8 out of the 180 points I need for that McLaren. So
It's pretty
but
cool.
yeah, like that's some of the really great stuff I think they've done with the progression overall, with like giving people kind of like a carrot on a stick, something to go for.
What about the
yeah.
fact that I keep getting disconnected from the multiplayer?
That's just an
That just
ongoing
happened to me.
bug right now. We're still in a session. It just might mean that you're not in like the same, like you won't see the random people driving around, but you'll see us maybe.
I
Yeah,
just
we were all
I
on
know
the
that
same,
was I know that was an issue that kept popping up. It seems like it's getting worked out. And I think, to be fair to Playground, I think that's one of the only issues that people are having with this game is just some network connectivity stuff.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, some occasional crashing and hitching on PC, but
Yeah,
know,
and
other
it's
than
not
it
even
seems
really
pretty
that
smooth
like the
rollout.
crashes like are pretty. I've seen a lot of people be like, oh well, it's actually a pretty easy fix for this, or it's really just to have to run it as an administrator mode. I quickly just want. I'm gonna illustrate. If I'm gonna drive over there, but if you guys want to talk for a bit, I'm gonna drive over to a house and buy a house. But
I'll just come with you.
okay, yeah, great.
I don't actually know where you are. There we go.
Turn around.
But yeah, so I guess the other thing is like some of this, a lot of the mainstays of the series are back, like the bounty boards and like collecting all of the roads. I don't know well enough to speak on this because I've done them all in all of the games and I constantly forget. But in previous games they have these fast travel boards and they're like little billboards with lightning bolts on them, and there's 50 of them in this game. And in previous games I'm pretty sure that collecting all of them made fast traveling free, but also gave you the ability to fast travel wherever you wanted. Whereas I believe in this game, and we're about to discover this now, is driving to a house that costs me 2 million credits. And that will just unlock the fast travel anywhere, but I'll still have to pay the price. So I think that's new, and I think they're adding more incentives to buying the houses other than just like having it be a collectible. Like before you used to get like wheel spins, once they added that or whatever. I think the houses were new to the previous game actually, so I don't remember them in 3. But it's really nice, like, I don't know, like they're figuring out these systems as they go, and I think it's getting more and more interesting the more they add or the more they iterate. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm trying to think of what else is new to this title, rather than just like what they've refined. You know what I mean?
well, I'll say this, like cars are cars, so like there's only been so many new cars to come out since like the last game, so like it's
That's
a lot of the
true.
same
Yeah.
cars that you're used to. The accessibility features that you talked about, there's some quality of life stuff. I'm gonna purchase this house here.
and that's okay. I think they don't have to reinvent the wheel.
I mean,
got
like
4 of
really
them.
what it is it's the map and how they yeah I get it. It's the map that they create and how they fill that map out. And I'll say this, I think this map is gorgeous. Like we should drive up to the top of the
Yeah, we're driving into a storm
yeah,
right
I
now.
wanna. Oh, Joey
yeah.
is.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
Actually, I want to go to Joey and. No, Joey's not. I'm not in a storm, and I'm right. next to
It's
Joey.
raining lightly. I'm not saying it's like
Oh,
a
okay,
really
yeah,
heavy
yeah.
storm, but like
they've
there's some.
yeah, they
my
have
windshield
added
wipers kicked on.
sandstorms and some like dynamic weather to the game as well, so
Which is cool. Yeah, I think the biggest critique I've seen of this game so far is that they didn't shake up the formula as much as people expected.
sure.
They focused on refining what was already there, and
And delivering it for a new generation of consoles too, I
Yeah.
guess. It's like
Yeah.
it's a technical achievement as well, I'd say.
And I'm not complaining because, like I said, I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't play that much of Forza 4. I think I only played the Fast and Furious DLC of Forza
Hell
Horizon
yeah.
3.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I'm pretty new to this franchise, so like I don't care that they didn't spice it up a bit. I didn't need that, but yeah, that's the critique I've seen, is that
Sure.
it's just a refined version of Forza Horizon 4 in a more diverse map.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair. I think that works for me. Are you guys at the festival? Where are you guys right now?
Oh, I'm just on like the coast. I lost you guys, so now I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
kinda
I'm gonna
driving
catch up
around.
to you, Joey. And I was thinking we could drive up the mountain, kind of see, like, show off
Oh, yeah.
some of like the
That'd be
views
cool, yeah.
here.
Just show off some of the open stuff. I'm just grabbing some XP boards and stuff that I'm driving around. This is the one thing that I love that they added into this game. I don't know if it's always been like this, but like my favorite thing about Burnout Paradise was like not the racing, but like, well, I liked the racing, but I really like just exploring the map and finding like cool stuff to do and like smashing billboards and all kinds of stuff. Colby's bullying me in his stupid monster rally car. And I don't love that, but you know, that's just one thing. He's trying to drive me off the road, and it's honestly really starting to get a little irritating. But you know, it's we're having fun, and it's all good. But yeah, I just like driving around, just cruising with the boys.
I was just testing
You know?
the abilities of my new Gimkata fucking
Oh,
monster
it's the
car.
Ken Block car. Yeah.
Oh, you got the Ken Block car?
Hold on. Oh, if you guys actually stop for a second, we're gonna catch up.
Yeah, I'm gonna smash this XP board.
But like, yeah, like right now I'm driving this you know what? There's also like the variety of cars. Like this game can be very
Oh,
simulator-y.
look at that
like,
thing, dude.
Not to the extent of like the, you know, like the newest, or like the purely just Forza Motorsport series, but I think it's cool that like you can tweak the difficulty and have it actually be quite difficult, or just easy and relaxing to like whatever degree you like, and then again, like I can do off-road shit, like more like Baja style racing.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to do that.
And it's just like nice, like there's a very cool landscape here that they've built, and you know, while it might not be like the most innately compelling for me, like there's other places I think I personally would like rather drive around in and see, like than just like kind of like desert and beach, because like they've done that before. I think they did a great job. I mean, I don't know if it's nighttime for you
Well, you
guys,
just
if that's all
disappeared from
synced
me.
up, but it's
It is
nighttime
nighttime
here,
for
and
me,
you
yeah.
can see the fireworks, and it's just really beautiful.
You just disappeared for me. I don't know. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, we'll zone in and out from each other.
Gotcha. One of the things I just realized that they changed from this is they're not going to be doing seasons, right? Because Mexico isn't really conducive to that
No,
kind
they
of.
are.
So that was the thing I was talking about with the 2 cars a week thing. Like it says like right now it is summer, and then so it's the wet season. So that's why it's been a little rainy.
Gotcha.
Why I've seen some wet roads. Autumn will be storm season. Winter will be dry season, and spring will be hot season. So I think we're gonna
okay,
get
cool.
different, you know. It's not gonna be as temperate as we're used to seeing in.
Yeah, like it's not
in the
going to
last
be the
game.
traditional seasons like in England, but
Yeah.
that's cool.
But like that makes me excited for, you know, who knows, the next game where maybe they do, you know, somewhere like Japan or something where they do have that temperate climate and those like
cool.
beautiful views and stuff like that. You know, like this is also gorgeous, but I think about, you know, just like they're kind of perfecting that system of, you can experience these places year round. It's places you may have never been or may never go if you know. And I
Yeah.
think that's neat.
That's really, really cool.
We were playing with you know, former member of the Home Button, Nate, the other day, and he was like, "Oh wow, I went on vacation here." And he was pointing out a place on the map. He's like, "I went on vacation here with my dad a year ago. We went skydiving
That's pretty cool.
here." Like,
That's pretty cool.
I was like, "That's awesome! Like, that's so cool that you can point that out, that you know what these areas are. Like, it's not, you know,
Just happened.
GTA or whatever where they try to do it like 1-to-1, but they do some of the landmarks and stuff." Yeah. Actually, wait, I forgot. I could just drive straight up this mountain with this car. So
Yeah, but you got to take the roads, dude. I'm taking the roads. I'm taking
the
the scenic
switchbacks are
route.
very fun to drive, but I'm gonna go straight.
Yeah, you're right. I keep having like events at the top that I have to get to, and I'm like, okay, I really enjoy drifting around these corners, but at the same time, it takes like 9 times the amount of time spent.
I think for me, Horizon is definitely like what you said earlier, Joey, where it's like that like log on with friends and just drive around and like a lot of times like zone out, like just like not even like not super pay attention to like what you're doing. Like again, I haven't done a lot of the races, but like sometimes we're in the mood to do that and we'll jump on and do like a race or two, but like mostly for me it's like tweaking with like out like different cars, trying different things, and just driving around the map and the different terrain in different types of cars, you know, more traditional roads or just off-roading, and like using this Bronco that can apparently drive up anything.
Like, I don't know if we mentioned it specifically, but like the map is broken down into 7 different zones.
Yeah, it's like regions.
Yeah, and each region is both like geographically diverse and focus on different event types.
Yeah.
So like I think we're towards the middle of the map right now, and the the west was the like coastline that we were driving along. But the eastern part of the map is all like jungles and ancient ruins and all that.
Right.
And it's very cool to like, because I've spent most of my time playing this game so far over in this side of the map, but there have been a couple of events that brought me over there, and it is like completely different visually at the very least.
Yeah.
Well,
Once you guys
like,
get
you know,
up
they
here
changed
too,
the road
I like
conditions and
like
stuff too, like
the haze on the mountains, like it's just beautiful, like the way they've done it. It looks great, and like the lighting on the cars is also beautiful. I mean, it's a Forza game. They're gonna make the cars look really good, so, and they do. Whereas
I think I'm almost towards the top. I don't actually know.
I see wheels. Okay.
but like you get these like just these beautiful vistas of mountain ranges and stuff like that. I don't know, it's like they just do such a good job with the map and all that stuff.
Look at all these rocks.
While they're on their way up, like I will just like I'll show this off kind of solo. They do have all of the traditional like Forza tuning stuff, so you can get as finite as you want. You can do if I was in the festival right now, I could show you can do upgrade internals, externals, find different designs for cars, all the stuff that you're used to, lots of, you know, mainstays. This is stuff, you know, for like the enthusiast. Like I don't super know how to do gearing and final drive and stuff like that. Never been really good at understanding this stuff. I'm a car guy, but not to any sort of mechanical extent, so this stuff is cool, but not super for me. They've got the car mastery system from the previous game. You get XP for driving things. You get these credits. You spend the credits on a car you really like. You get stuff for driving that car. So, you know, I can do that. Oh, look at that. I got a super wheel spin for leveling up that car. Cool. Stuff like that. Just neat.
Wow, look at these guys. Yeah, wow, okay, yeah, this game's pretty, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Do they have the drone mode in here still?
Oh, I wanted that. They do. So if you go into photo mode.
I'm in.
Actually, wait. There's the photo mode, but I actually don't know. Here, let me get that's a nice picture, actually, of the boys.
Damn. Wow. Yeah, well, incredible. That's Forza Horizon 5 in a nutshell.
Well, yeah, here, let me and I just want to show off like a couple things before we hold on. We've got okay, well, I get it and take that outside the Casabella house, but I am just taking the picture. I want to save it. Sure.
Taking that pic.
Let's get this top of this volcano's got like a half caldera formation going on. It's pretty cool.
So they've
you
added
mean La Gran Caldera.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I'm thinking about it now because we're in the photo mode. They did also do the I don't remember if this was in the last game, but they did they have photo challenges now because you're like I think they've leaned into like you're supposed to be an influencer or something.
Oh, no.
I haven't paid attention to my character's personal story, more about like the I guess the geographical.
You don't want to pay attention to your character's personal journey through the Forza Horizon 5 landscape.
So 2 things to add to that. I recently reinstalled Forza Horizon 4, and they did add like photo challenges since the last.
Oh, there's an
time I
arcade
played
here,
it a
by the
couple
way.
years ago. So that was something they implemented. I don't know when it was. It was not at launch. Unless I'm wrong, but it seemed like it was a brand new thing from one of the updates. And 2, I don't know if we talked about it at all, but one thing that is kind of cool, but also kind of doesn't land with me super well, is that you are technically playing your same character from Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah.
And they keep referencing events and quest lines from Forza Horizon 4, which, since they were things that I was not paying super close attention to, doesn't necessarily always
Yeah, I'll see you guys later.
feel rewarding, I guess. It was just like, oh, I think I may have done that mission you're referencing.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess, so, you know, maybe it might not be for us, but, I mean, maybe somebody cares about that, so, or, you know.
I love photo challenges. I'm in.
But the photo challenges are cool, like, so there's these really beautiful murals that are, like, around, like, a lot of the towns and cities on this map, and when you go to those, like, murals, like, there will be a challenge to be like, get a photo in front of this mural of your car or something like that, and like, it's nice, like, it's, you know, they really want you to like kind of appreciate this art that they've put in here, and I don't know, it's neat, like they've found a lot of ways to properly utilize the world they've built, instead of being like, okay, well, you've gone from being in the middle of nowhere to being in a town, and, you know, here's what you can do in the town, there's challenges here. So this is a Forza Arcade. These were called something else in the previous game.
Forzathon, I believe.
Forzathon, yeah. So these are just drift as much as we can. You know, like, it's going to be 3 different events, and we do different things, like 3 just different things to in like a public group. So everybody that's here is contributing to this right now. And it's cool. I really like these. Like, it's fun to see like everyone on your server kind of just like coming together. There's like 8 people over here, you know, just driving around doing the thing. And yeah, I like it. I liked it in the last game. I like it in this game. And it's better now because the game's out, so people are actually doing the things. Because before it was like half the population, probably even less than that, because I'm sure less people spent $100 on this game than are playing it on Game Pass.
Like me!
Exactly, which is like probably, not probably, which is definitely optimal. And it's nice though to, like, now that the game is out, to see people actually doing the world stuff. Yeah.
I've, to be honest, I've personally still had a bit of a tough time finding full groups for these live events. One of the weekly challenges last week was just to complete a full live event, all 3 rounds. I could not get it done.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think people are coming on this one. We're not getting a lot of progress, but like, I do remember like in 4 having like a really great time with these, and seeing like, you know, like 2 dozen people. I don't know what the cap was, but just seeing like cars everywhere driving on the roads and doing the event. Did it ask you to turn around, Colby?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Drift back to start.
Yeah,
Ah!
we're not.
Gonna go off the edge. Not ready for that.
So yeah, so we have like an overall timer. So, you know, we can maybe finish off on this, because, you know, again, like we covered the previous game, and it's very similar stuff to the previous game, but We have 7 minutes to do all 3 events. We have 10 minutes total to do all 3 events, and right now we're not getting like enough points, nearly enough points to actually do all of this. But maybe no, definitely not, because like we'd have to be done with this first one by now probably. So yeah, so this is like definitely a problem of, I think, either maybe they might need to retune these to like be based on how many people are entered in the event or something, or maybe to a threshold, or just maybe more people need to be coming to do them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I just noticed the actual score that we have and saw the bar beneath it.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
I guess after 10 minutes we could definitely fill this up if we're just drifting back and forth.
Yeah,
and
but
back
there's
but
2 more events after this one that we would have to do within that same time.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
It's not looking good for us. We've gotten close with less people. We've gotten closer to finishing it in the past, but I don't know. It's up to that.
I'm just e-braking constantly.
I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. I've noticed, especially with these drift ones, I don't know if it's people don't know how to drift or don't care to drift or what, but yeah, I have not been able to progress very far in them.
Yeah, this is strange because usually they're tuned a little bit better than this, but
Yeah, I remember in Forza Horizon 4, they were like very fun, very quick, and basically you were guaranteed to complete it. In these, I feel like I'm really fighting to finish,
yeah.
if at all.
Oh no! Shit, I just went off the side of the fucking mountain. Alright, well,
Remember,
I'm
you
done
can
drifting. Oh yeah, I
you
can
can-
rewind. I forgot about that. How does rewinding look for you guys? Do I just start warping backwards?
You just become like a ghost and go backwards in time. Like a time ghost.
Like a time ghost.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 5, Time Ghosts, the next expansion.
Honestly, at some point they're gonna run out of locales that appeal to a driving game, and they're just gonna have to make up their own.
When are they
I
gonna
was
make
saying,
a, like a...
I was saying that like we're coming up on 10 years since the first one of these came out, and like
Wow.
I almost, because of how much smaller the first game was than the rest of them, like I honestly wouldn't be surprised, based on the DLCs they've done in the previous 2 games. I wouldn't be surprised if they just did like an anniversary like DLC that was just like one of the 2 DLCs for this is just the Colorado map from 1. Like I think that'd be super interesting, but like on top of that, the DLCs, just to speak on that, like have always been like some of them are polarizing, but like the previous 2 games like had some really good ones, and then like 3 had this Hot Wheels DLC that was like very well rated, like one of the best rated DLCs like ever, because it was so good. Apparently Hot Wheels as an IP
Oh, the
is
Hot
just-
Wheels DLC. I forgot about that. I
Yeah,
thought you
that was
meant the
for-
Lego one, but I forgot that they made the Hot Wheels one.
No, the Lego one was
Oh!
was
My bad.
last game. Or it was 2 games
Gotcha.
ago. It was 3, and sorry,
God,
Lego
that
was
was a
last
Hot Wheels
game,
game.
and Hot Wheels was 2 games ago. And apparently the Lego one was like, some people liked it, some people didn't, but like I thought it looked cool. And the first DLC for that game was awesome. That was like it was like Storm Island or something like that. It was like basically just like, I don't know, like this like very like rocky, hilly island that I really
Yeah.
liked.
Well, I'm
That's
curious
cool.
to see what they'll do for like the major expansions for this, because like it seems like, based on what I've heard, that they've bundled a lot of the cooler kind of components that they introduced in those DLCs just into the main title here. Like some of the exploration stuff from that island one, they've kind of just worked into the expeditions here. Obviously, we're all driving Lego cars right now, so they bundled all that in too. But yeah, I'm just curious to see like what their approach is on expansions for this game specifically, because it feels like they've just been working all of that stuff in.
Yeah, yeah, again, like this is, it's, you know, Forza as a IP in general has kind of become, you know, like any what's the word I'm looking for, like commoditized thing, or like any like Madden or FIFA or anything, where it's like what's this year's Forza, and Horizon is no exception, where it's like, I know we haven't had a traditional motorsport in a while, but like for Horizon, it's like, what's the location, how are the graphics kind of thing, because like they've really fine-tuned the systems, and the small iterations they make on that stuff aren't really the important part. It's really just like, is the locale fun? Are the online features at this point? Are the online features working, and are they fun to do? Is it fun to drive with your friends, kind of thing?
Never fun to drive with your friends.
And I think they nailed it. It's the same. It's not. I don't want to say the same. It's another one. And I think as long as they keep up this quality standard, I mean, clearly people are loving this one. The ratings are amazing for it, and the sales are also through the roof. Like, I think
I smashed into a rock. I'm out of here. I'm rolling my car down the mountain.
Rewind.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about rewind, and I love it as a feature.
No, we are
rewind and
absolutely not hitting whatever threshold it wants us to.
I don't even think we're gonna hit the first one.
No, we're not. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
This rewind.
Maybe this one is only
hilarious.
one, because that's a super high number.
Yeah,
it's like 4 million, I don't even know actually.
it's got to be about 4 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 3.5, 4 mil.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We'll still get, credit for doing this or whatever to a degree. I just don't think it's like
we
the
better.
summer.
Or else.
I will say this, just like previous games, this game is no stranger to just showering you in rewards for things. Like,
I'm all
you
about
are
that.
always getting money or wheel spins or new cars. Like, that's what I love about these games, is they're kind of like the Pokemon of car games, where it's just like you just keep collecting shit. They're collectathons. There's always stuff to do in that regard.
Gotta
like,
drive
there's-
them all.
there's
Gotta
more-
drive them all.
Yeah, there's more billboards to hit. There's more speed traps to best your friends in and high score, or speed zones, or whatever it may be, or stunt jumps, any of that stuff. You just failed to score any points.
You idiot.
Oh wow, are we?
Yeah, we
are
actually got
literally no
nothing.
reward for that.
Wow.
Well,
I said or else, and now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Oh, my exhaust fell off my car. That's not good.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, I'd say that's Horizon 5. Unless you guys have anything else that you wanted to say about this game specifically.
No, just watch this.
No. Just watch this.
That was the saddest way to drive
It
down.
really was, dude. There wasn't even a jump. But I ended up like head over heels at the bottom. So, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's that. I don't have anything else to say. So, thanks for watching.
Yeah, we kind of ended on a little bit of a sour note, but like this
But
game is
game's
very
fun. Oh, yeah,
fun.
this game's amazing.
I do recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. Is one
definitely
final
check it out.
defense of this game after a failed event.
I'm pulling sick jumps and absolutely shattering entire trees on the way down this mountain. So pick this game up. It's on Game Pass, or you can spend $1 million bajillion on it if you want all the deluxe components.
Well,
of it.
I mean, it's also just a standard retail game.
No,
that
I
you
know.
can
I'm
spend
joking.
$60 on
Yeah,
it or
60
whatever.
bucks.
But yeah, definitely, if you have Game Pass, there's like no reason you shouldn't check this out. If you have like if you just like want to have like a fun, chill experience. So,
Yeah, check it out.
Thanks for watching, guys.
And
We'll catch you on the next one.
we'll see you later.